Yay, we are recording. Amazing. So hello, people. If you hop on, come say later. Say hey later. Tell me where you're from. We'll kind of just see what happens as we continue to go here. Let's see. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, everything is good. So I'm so happy you're here. Make sure you grab like a notebook because I'm going to give you some amazing content today that you're going to want to write down because it's a little bit like thought heavy. So grab some water or wine or coffee or tea, whatever you need to come hang out with me or come watch the replay later, whatever you need. So give yourself a quiet space if possible to kind of concentrate and really just be here and exist here. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, share screen. Let's see. Okay, so here's my, okay, I just want to make sure, you should be able to see, I want to see my face in here in the corner. Let's see. I'm not sure how to make this. Oh. Okay. I'm going to pull the chat up. Hey, Dee Dee, will you tell me, do you see my face in the corner of the screen here, or do you see your name? Just let me know. I'm going to pull this up. You see your face and my name. Okay, well, I guess that's fine then. And then you see my screen, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and if I know how to view this, full screen mode. Awesome. So you should see the page in the background. Do you see the Zoom chat on here, or is that just my view? I really don't want you guys to see the Zoom chat. But hopefully you see everything. I'm actually going to move that to the corner. I wish I could see my face. You do see the Zoom chat. That's okay. We'll just kind of keep it over to the corner. You see everything. That's okay. Perfect. Okay, we're going to keep it to the corner, so that way I'm going to pull it over if I see you say anything. But otherwise, we're just going to get started. So hello again. I wish I could see my face. This is bothering me. That's okay. All right. I am going to share with you my top 5 secrets to killer results in your life. And this is really, truly kind of like the story of how I went from food stamps and toxic thoughts to major confidence and almost selling out my program, which is super exciting. So exciting. This is going to be in the way. Let me see. Thank you for being patient. Okay, so if you do not know who I am yet, I am Brooke Allison. I am a mind shift coach and an achievement strategist. So I help women up-level their confidence within themselves and in their businesses to truly become unstoppable. I live in the beautiful Denver, Colorado. It's so pretty here. I'm a single cat mom. I have solo dance parties a lot. I laugh at my own jokes, and I infuse everything that I do with love, with so much love. So something to know about me is that I will lead and guide you, but I'm not afraid to kick your butt along. I am not afraid for some butt kicking. So I'm so excited to get started. Okay. Cool. Amazing. Okay. So I feel like I missed something. I have a question for you. So are you tired of feeling like you're doing a lot of work and hustling all the time and just not seeing the results you desire? If that is something that you feel is you, let me know. Because I felt that way for a very long time, and I was very tired all the time. I was so exhausted all the time. Okay, another question. Are you ready to up-level your thoughts and have more control of your life? That sounds like you. Let me know in the comments. Either of those sound like you. I want this to be really engaging. I know I'm kind of concerned. Pause for 2 seconds. I'm kind of concerned because I had some people say that they were joining, so I just want to check in. Let's see. Heck yes. Awesome, Dee. We're just going to keep going because they should be able to pop on. Heck yes. I wish I was on video, but my kids are so loud right Don't worry about it. That's totally okay. I enjoy this chat box, so we can keep this going. You know, if it's just you and I this whole time, then that's cool. Okay, so I keep having to move these things. I'm just gonna minimize this since I can't see myself. Can you still see me? Party of two, woo woo! You can still, okay, perfect. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna completely move this to the side because I can see it. You can still see me, so that's perfect. So, okay, this is perfect for you. This webinar is perfect for you if you are ready to drop that hamster wheel work cycle and have 5, maybe more. You might have more strategies that you can literally implement tonight to massively help you get the results that push you to your dream life. So exciting, so exciting. So this is like some serious stuff of exactly what I did. So stick around. I have something super exciting to share with you at the end of this training. I'm gonna do a live Q&A later at the end. There is actually a VIP offer that I am super stoked to share with you, and I have some fun bonus gifts for you at the end as well. So let's make this engaging and fun. Talk to me, give me some woohoos, post your takeaways, be like, oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. Ask questions as much as you want to. I am here to help you, So I want to tell you guys about my journey and kind of like how everything played out. So a couple years ago, I graduated college. Woo woo! I thought I was going to get a job like that, and I didn't. I don't know if anybody else is in that boat. Be like, you know what that's like. I was really frustrated. So that leads me to the next point. The bullet point is stuck in a retail job. I was super stuck in this retail job. And okay, don't get me wrong. I loved my coworkers and I loved my discount because I enjoyed clothes. And that was fun and all, but that wasn't what my dream was. I went to art school and I was like, okay, something has to budge here. This is not how my life is supposed to look like. So then so funny, it's funny when you wish for something and doors open out of the blue. I started an MLM business, my multi-level marketing, and I loved it. I was like, that was the first business I ever started. I started that when I was 22 years old. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. This is fun and it's enjoyable and I can do a lot of stuff and I'm a business owner and I felt really good. I felt really, really good. You know, I was still like not fully happy though. Like at the point I was in, I was like, I knew something had to change in my life. And I don't know if you guys have ever felt that way, but I was like, okay, life has to be different. I desired to move across the country, but I was living paycheck to paycheck forever. Forever, paycheck to paycheck. And I was like, okay, something needs to budge. Something needs to give. This is not the life that I desire to live. And so eventually I kind of got the courage and I figured out a way to move across the country. So that's how I'm here in Denver, Colorado. It's so fun and beautiful here. I love it so much. And so what I didn't realize was my relationship. When we moved here, we were isolated together. He and I only knew each other. I think I knew one other person out here, and I really didn't know a whole lot of people. Things were never great between he and I back in St. Louis. But I thought that this would be a good step for us. I thought this would be the next step for us to do together as a couple and move forward and move in together. And my relationship escalated in an extremely unsafe and unhealthy way. I found myself like scared for my life, and I didn't really know what to do. I had just moved across the country. I just left my family, my friends. I left everything that I ever knew. Left everything. And that was super sad and super scary for me because I was like, what am I supposed to do now? So I got to the point where I was like, okay, enough is enough. You know, I'm not going to give you all the gory details because they're not needed. All you need to know is that is where I was. So I remember calling my mom and saying, like, I need to get out of this apartment. And she was like, okay, let's figure this out. And so we, together, I found a new apartment and she helped me like figure things out, you know, just being out here by myself and like freaked out and super sad. And so I started new. I told myself that enough was enough. And so the problem was though, is that I actually threw myself into my multi-level marketing business because it truly did make me happy, but I didn't grieve. I didn't give myself time to refine myself. I just hustled. I was like, I had this thought process that I was like, okay, if I work really hard right now, then I'm going to get to my desired destination, my goal, my dream faster. If I work really hard right now, I'm going to get there faster. And that didn't happen. I hustled hard. I worked so hard. And, you know, I'm not afraid of hard work. That is not something that I'm fearful of at all. Like, I am all for it, girl. Like, I am an achiever. So I was like, let's do it. Let's run. But the problem was I couldn't make ends meet. I couldn't afford my bills at all. Hence, the time of going on food stamps. And that was super embarrassing, but it was one of those things that I was like, I don't know what else to do. I can't afford my life, and I need to eat food. Like, I was eating dollar stuff and when I could afford it. And that was not very often. And so I was like, okay, I need change. I need something to happen. So I dove deep into my mindset and into my thoughts. And I'm going to show you what happened. Oh, I hear someone. Maybe I have. It's you. Oh, hello. I'm going to mute you. If you're here, come say hey. I don't know how to. Oh, here we go. Mute. Mute. Maybe you muted yourself. Okay. You're here, come say hey. So fun. All right. Cool. We're good. I'm going to minimize that back up again. Actually, I'll just leave it here. Yes. Leave it to the side so I can see my face. Okay. So anyways, I need to change. Hey, you muted yourself. Hey, girl. Okay. Welcome. I was just talking about my journey. So perfect timing. So happy you're here. There will be a replay if you want to watch the beginning of this, but I was just introducing who I was. So, okay. So I need to change. I dove deep into my mindset and my thoughts. And here's what happened. Okay, I have to move this out of the way again. Are the videos in your way of, just let me know, are the videos in your way of the PowerPoint, or do you see the videos on the side of your PowerPoint? I just want to check because it's in my way. You move your chat. Okay, perfect. So it's just my problem. Perfect. Okay, so here's what happened emotionally. I became extremely confident. I became super, super confident, okay? My positivity went through the roof. I had more control of my thoughts, which was super exciting. I woke up excited for my day and my life like every single day. You guys, that was not, I'm gonna read this. What is the time frame from when you moved to Colorado until you dove deep into your thoughts? Good question. Okay, so, deeper level of time frame. I moved to Colorado 2 years ago in May. Okay, so 2 years ago in May. It is now September. 2 years ago on my birthday is when my ex and I, we split. So that was the end of July, early August. So that was about 2 years ago, this time. So he and I were not here very long together, maybe 2-3 months. And then really I threw myself into my business and I was working really hard. And to be honest, I was a mess. I was emotionally a disaster. That is putting it very nicely. When you get out of something that's so emotionally and abusive, it's really, really hard. Hey, Terry, I'm going to mute you. So happy you're here. I'm going to mute you. Oh, wait. Mute video. Here we go. I think you're muted. Everybody can still hear me, right? Oh, wait. I don't want to do video. I just want to mute. Whatever. Okay, you can come back on video. Oh, wait. You're still... I don't know how to do this. I want to make mute audio. That's what I want to do. There we go. Okay. Sorry. So I was emotionally in a terrible place. So here's the thing, though, is that it was probably still a few months after that. I remember going home for Christmas and still being really, really depressed and sad. And that was a really hard Christmas because suddenly my boyfriend wasn't with me and all these people were asking me where he was because he had no idea. They had no idea what actually really happened. And they didn't need to know. So Christmas, really it wasn't until probably last year that I decided that, you know, this is enough. And so I'll go back to my timeline. Okay. So hustled for quite a while. I hustled for a while, to be honest. Probably, I bet you I hustled for 6 months, if not longer. And really, truly, maybe even a year. And this was like a growing process. So I hope it answers your question. I don't really know the exact time because it's like I've always been interested in personal development kind of since I started my first business, because I was like, okay, and I like started being more positive, but because I was in such a controlling relationship, he didn't allow that positivity. He had control over my emotions, and if I was happy and he wasn't, I wasn't allowed to be happy. So even though I started my self-improvement like sporadically throughout my business, I wasn't able to fully be myself and dive into it the way that I wanted to dive into it until I was like, good riddance, goodbye, see you never, bye. You know, so it could have been a year after. Good question. Thank you for asking. I've been on my own healing journey for a year this month. That's why, yeah, totally. I mean, I really don't think that there's any, okay, two things. I don't think there is any amount of time that's too small for something to happen. But when it comes to self-healing, I think that it can take longer than we expect. And it just depends on how diligently you're working on it and how much you're giving into your toxic thoughts. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. You're going to be like mind blown and you're going to understand everything. So like I said, became extremely confident. Like people meet me today and are like, whoa, your confidence is amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, I love you so much. I'm such like a goober when it comes to affirmations. My positivity was through the roof. I had more control of my thoughts. Super excited for my life every day. I used to lay in bed all day long, you guys. Like I used to just not want to get out of bed. I would call my mom and say like, I don't know what to do today. I can't get out of bed. And yeah, so I just want to like throw up thinking about it. I became genuinely happy, which means that no matter what happens to you in your life, it's not dictated by the circumstances that you are going through. You are still happy. My self-worth skyrocketed. You know, dating now is a lot easier because I know what I want. And I'm like, nope, bye. Because my self-worth is so high. And here's the thing, the most amazing, beautiful thing between this journey is that I knew I was called for something more than what I was doing. So here we go. Next one. Okay, so this, I have to move you guys again. So sad. I started my coaching business. Hooray! And here's the thing though, you guys, is things align so easily because my thoughts were in the right place. So just a few things that I accomplished in a very short amount of time is my Facebook group grew over 200 members in less than 36 hours of launching it. Then it grew over 600 members in my first 2 months, which is super fun. I launched a killer 6-week Mastering Your High Vibe Confidence course, which Terry is actually in right now. And so she's loving it. It's an awesome confidence course, like for real. And here's the thing, I sold 2 one-on-one coaching packages in the same day without an email list or a website. That's cool. I had over $9,000 in sales within my first 2 months of business. And my program is completely sold out for the rest of this year. But here's the thing, best of all, that warms my heart the most, that I am most excited about because I love what I do, you guys, and I love helping people, is that my clients feel on fire. They are excited. They're like pumped. They're clarity, and it's just, my heart like warms and it like pumps. It thrives for this. So fun. So this is things that happen because my thoughts were in the right place. But I want to tell you that I still have miss-ups. I don't want you to think that my life is just amazing and perfect. Like, I don't think anything's perfect. You know, recovering perfectionist right here. But I still have days. I still have to do the work. And we're going to talk about why that is in a minute. But the work never stops. It just gets easier. Okay? I just want you to know that. I still have rough days. So fun. I'm going to go over here. I'm telling all of you this because here's the thing, you guys, is that just because it's happened to me, like, I'm awesome and I'm super special, but like, there's nothing like special about me that can't happen for you too. The same thing can happen for you. I promise. Like, it's so true. You are only one decision away from a completely different life by Mark Batterson. I love that. Honestly, like, that quote is one of my favorite quotes because it's so true. One decision, one decision. This could totally happen to you too. Janelle says, yes. There you go. I feel like that was like a little snap. It probably didn't, but like, I just read it that way. Okay, so you are absolutely in the right place. If you are ready to think and feel 10 times more positive, you desire to have a better outlook on life. You want to start recognizing the things, that aren't serving you. You want to start recognizing the things that aren't serving you and the thoughts that aren't serving you. You are excited to see massive transformations in yourself and in your results, and you are pumped up to feel empowered, and you are ready to thrive. Does anybody relate with these at all? Does one stick out to you more that relates to you? Let me know. Put it in the chat box. I know that when I was ready for this, I kept wishing to be happy. I kept wishing to be more positive, and I wanted to wake up excited. I wanted to look at my life better, because when you have a better outlook on life, you see everything. You have like a better lens on your eyes. It's like you have cool glasses on and you're like, yes, the world is awesome. Okay, so Terry says all of it. Yes, getting rid of the thoughts that don't serve me. Yes, totally. Okay, and then Danelle says, yep, all of it. It's time. Yeah, girl. Okay, totally. It is time. So here we are. My top 5 secrets to killer results in your life. So I want to take a moment, though, to visualize. So visualize with me. Close your eyes if you want to. Take a deep breath. Blow it out. Okay. I want you to visualize what your life would look like if you already had everything that you desired. Everything you already desired at your fingertips, just already here. Think about your dream vacation. Are you on the ocean? Like, do you see ocean when you think about your dream vacation? Do you see the mountains? Come visit me in Colorado. Are you overseas? That's where I am on my dream vacation. I am overseas. You're having the time of your life on your dream vacation, wherever you are. So just imagine experiencing all the results you desire to have. If there's something that comes up with you and it's tugging on your heart that you want to share it in the chat box. But visualize it. Spend time with your dreams, you guys. I want you to set good intentions before we kind of dive into this awesome content. So if there's anything that's tugging in your heart that you're like, okay, this is my dream, this is my desire that I want to achieve, feel free to share it. Feel free to share it. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty today. Okay, are you ready? Secret 1! Your thoughts are really powerful. Okay, so here's the thing, is that your thoughts, are extremely powerful. They're way more powerful than anybody ever gives your thoughts credit for, to be honest. So negative thinking can actually have a devastating impact on your life. That is where I was. That was my whole life was that sentence. A devastating impact on your life. If you are overcome by negative thoughts, so it affects your confidence. It affects your decision making. It affects your relationships that you have with people, with anybody. It affects your health. And it affects the results that you achieve. It affects your results. So thoughts create everything. The problem is that most people spend their time thinking about the things that they don't want to happen to them, that they don't want to happen. They're wondering why the things that they don't want to happen shows up for them, right? So, guilty. I hear you, girl. Okay, so when people think, speak, and act and focus on what they don't want, they keep it alive. What we focus on, we attract energy to, and that's what we bring to us. You guys know about the law of attraction. So our thoughts are the controlling factor in what we manifest and create in our own personal lives. So you can free this cycle by thinking and speaking about what you do want to happen to you. Really focusing and visualizing about your desires, what you do want, Your thoughts not only matter, they create matter. They create things, okay? So the law of attraction is what we think about, we bring about. So everything that is in your head, you are attracting more of that to you. So when you notice that you're having a negative thought, and I'm going to teach you how to recognize these thoughts in a minute, but you need to switch that and realize and recognize, is this thought serving me? Is it bringing good things to me? Do I want to attract what I'm thinking right now? And that might be a quick like shift in the butt, and like you're like done. All right, so something to know, that it takes 5 positive thoughts to counteract 1 negative thought. So there are studies, and there's a lot of numbers out there. I don't really know. I just pulled this one number from a study that I read, but somewhere in the region of 60,000 thoughts per day people have. So if it takes 5 positive thoughts to counteract a negative one, that's insane. Like, just wrap your brain around that for a second. That's a lot of thoughts. So the goal really is truly not to stop all the negative thoughts. That's not really possible, but it's to raise awareness and notice your thoughts faster, sooner, getting clear on that cycle, and just really being able to counteract those with positive affirmations. So I want to show you something. What I didn't say on this slide is that every great decision, action, or invention started off as a thought in a person's mind. So you being on this webinar started off as a thought, like, maybe I should watch this webinar. You starting a business, you starting to brush your teeth in the morning. Like, it doesn't matter. Everything starts with a thought, okay? So this is so powerful, you guys, okay? This is what I call the train of your thoughts. This is why you're not seeing the results that you desire, because your thoughts, number 1, they create your emotions, number 2, which influence your actions, number 3, which produce your results, number 4. And then that entire cycle, your results create your belief system. So I'm going to go in more in depthly, okay? So here's the thing. When I was hustling, and when I felt like I was on that hamster wheel, I did a ton of actions. I was so frustrated because so here's the thing with MLM, like companies, is that you're told to do what has already been done, which is cool because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's awesome. You already know that it works. However, I was doing a lot of work, like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. work. And the thing is that when that happens, you're not going to see the results you want. You can't just have actions and results if they're not backed up by your positive thoughts, okay? Because your thoughts, they create your emotions. So they create how you feel. If you're thinking today's a great day, and you're like, yay, your emotions are like, yay. Your actions are like, boom, and your results are like, pow. I don't know, maybe you like that. I don't know, that was weird. So funny. Okay, so vice versa, if your thoughts are like, nothing ever goes my way, your emotions, you're gonna be sad, right? We're gonna produce actions, but people are gonna feel that sadness from you, and then you're not gonna get the results you desire. And then all of that becomes a belief because you have all of this evidence that nothing goes my way. And it's almost like your thoughts being like clouded by a jungle, and you need to like cut through the jungle and create a new path. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have questions about this, but this is why you're probably not getting the results you desire, because your thoughts have to be in the right place for everything else. It's just like a train. You have to have a caboose, right, to like move the train, but you need to know where you're going, you know? So just like a train. Okay, I'm gonna move on to something, because we also go through this emotional cycle. Okay, are you ready? So here's the thing. People in general, but especially entrepreneurs, go through this cycle of emotions. And okay, this never ends. This cycle never ends. What changes though is that we can go through it faster. And that's the important part, is recognizing where you are in the cycle. And you might even recognize it as I talk to you guys today. So the first part is excitement. You were excited, you were pumped up, and you were like, yes, I love my life. I'm so excited. I just launched this thing. Okay, we all know what excitement feels like, right? Yay. All right, That directly goes into fear. What if I fail? I'm afraid of blank. This happened to me before. So what if it happens again? Fear, right? Okay, fear turns into doubt. Doubt, am I even good at this? You're not clear on your decisions. Maybe I shouldn't, like you're second guessing yourself, right? We all with me still? Okay, doubt turns into denial. Janelle says, heck yes, okay. Denial, so it could be inexperience. So denial could be like inexperience, or sometimes it's like not accepting new information. You're like, oh, I already know that, and that doesn't work. I used to do that a lot, to be honest with you guys. Like, I know that sounds really like sassy and snarky, but I used to do that all the time. I was in denial, and I was like, yeah, I'm not trying that because I know that doesn't work. And I was just being really, I was just bitter. I was bitter and I was negative, and I wasn't who I am today. And that's okay, because that means you can change, right? But I was stuck in denial for a long time. To be honest with you, I had a 6-month pity party. I did. I have had a 6-month pity party, and I don't want you to go through that. That is why I'm sharing with you what this emotional cycle is, okay? Quit. You're like, I'm done. Drop the towel. Done. I just want to quit, right? I felt that way before. Most people have, okay? Everybody goes through this. Anger is next. I am so mad that this is not happening right now. Why am I working so hard and not seeing results? I used to get so frustrated. I was like, what the heck is happening, right? Okay. Here is the beautiful key of it all, is actions, activity. Activity will always bring you back to excitement. So I'm going to go back so you remember the train of thoughts. That is like the same thing about your actions and results. But your thoughts have to be in the right place to get you back to this activity that will bring you back to this excitement. Anybody's mind blown? So here's the thing, is that activity fixes everything. So you could go through this cycle 3 times a day. You could go through this cycle 6 months and get stuck in each section for days or months of time. Or you can get up, be excited, skip over everything, go straight to activity, get back to excitement, and be on a positive run. But it's okay if you fall off of the cycle. It's okay if you're in fear. It's okay if you're in doubt for a while, but you can't stay there. Just know that you can't stay there, okay? I feel like that was a lot of stuff. I want to make sure that makes sense to everybody. Are you good? You with me? That was step 1. Secret one. I like the word secret. All right, so if we don't have any questions right now about this, think about this, write it down, screenshot it, take a picture of it, whatever you need to do. Remember this, and if you ever need help figuring out how to get out of your cycle, let me know, and we can figure that out for you. Figure out where you are right now. Secret 2, forgive, 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 forgive. Okay, forgiveness. This is so important, you guys. This is something that I was not willing to do for a really long time. I'm going to be honest with you, because I was hurt. I was hurt bad. And I didn't know how I could forgive someone that would do that to me. So what is important to remember is that forgiveness, God, there's like a lot going on outside today. I don't know if you can hear the sirens, but all right, sorry. I get distracted easily. Yay. Okay, forgiveness is mainly for your benefit. It's not for anybody else's benefit. It's for you. It's for you. So it's not for the person you're forgiving. It is for you. And as long as you're feeling like a victim, as long as you feel like that, you're going to be carrying this heavy burden on your back that's going to start to feel like 1,000 pounds. It is going to start to weigh you down one day if it is not already. You want to make sure you forget. So you're not going to be able to achieve your goals because your thoughts still won't be in the right place if you're not able to release and forgive that, okay? So forgiveness allows you to put that burden down and walk away from it and be like, oh, right? Bye, Felicia. Okay, you'll feel at peace. You'll feel free. It's empowering to forgive, you guys. Forgiveness, forgiving those who have done you wrong gives you the power back. You are in control, okay? It allows you to feel really free. It allows you to get unstuck from your past. So like I mentioned, it's preventing you from moving forward because you're stuck with how you were feeling at one time. Forgive and don't look back because you're not going that way. You are moving forward. You are moving to your desires, the results that you desire. So don't be one of those people that waste years of their life. We all know those people. I bet you someone comes into your head right now that held a grudge for years of their life because they weren't willing to forgive the other person, but when in turn that was for them. I know a lot of people that I could think of right now, and for a while I was one of them. So don't be one of those people, because instead you could feel joy, happiness, confidence, and really truly live out your desire by forgiving. Forgiveness helps you grow. Yay! You know, we're always growing, and it helps you grow massively. And truly, you're going to stop thinking about everything that has happened to you, and you're going to start thinking about where you want to go in life. So you're going to have way more happy thoughts. Forgiving someone or something does not mean that you condone the wrongdoing. It just means that it doesn't mean that you have to forget. It's for you. So I'm not sure if you guys know this, but I'm going to have you guys do the Ho'oponopono ritual. It's actually a Hawaiian ritual of forgiveness. Has anybody heard of this? Let me know. Give me an eye. Yeah, Dee Dee, you love this. Awesome. And I like that. I don't know if those were exclamation points or if you meant to do 111, but regardless, I'm totally okay with it. Yes. All right. Okay. You're familiar. So this is a super simple way to transform your experience. You're like, Dee Dee's like, nope, but that was awesome. Yeah, I love that you just put 111 in the comments. Like, I snort, you guys, too. That's a new thing about me. I laugh a lot. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. So perfect. Perfect. Divine appointments, you guys. Love your guts. All right. So, forgiveness. This is a super simple way to transform your experience. But I want you to take your time with this. Spend some quiet time with yourself when you do this, because really, truly, it can be hard. It can be really hard. Play some soft music in the background if you need to, if that excites you. Ask for guidance in this process. Ask for, I'm going to talk about asking for guidance more on Secret Free. Ask for guidance, okay? Dive in deep and think of everything that you need to forgive. Anything that put a wound in your system. So I remember when I was younger, and this is something I had to forgive a couple times, to be honest with you. I was younger. My aunt called me a spoiled brat. And I was like really upset about that. Like, I was like, why would you say that to me? Like, I'm your niece. Like, that wasn't very nice. And I didn't understand why. And it was just weird. I was really young, and it hurt. And I still think about it. So I had to forgive it. I had to forgive that. Okay, it can be like a big thing, like my relationship. Clearly, I had to put myself forward because I knew I needed to move forward. And it was no longer fair to me that I was holding that, right? I had to forgive my relationship. That obviously makes sense, because that's a big thing. Okay, small thing. Not too long ago, I let one of my girlfriends borrow my toolkit, and she lost my hammer. I know that's really stupid, you guys, but I was really upset about it, because I was like, if I was borrowing anything from anybody, I would never lose anything. Because why would you do that? Because you give it back to them. So I had to forgive that, because I was like, okay, really, it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. But like, I was like a little upset about it. I was frustrated, and also frustrated that, I was like, why would you do that? So the best way to do this, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive you. I forgive you to whatever situation, or even yourself. Don't forget to forgive yourself. You don't do that enough. So find where you need to forgive yourself, right? Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the lesson. I love you. And I would do that for each specific thing, to release it. And honestly, I do this a lot. But just remember that everything happens to you for a reason. And we don't always know why we're going through specific things when we're going through them. But most often, you can look back and know exactly why you went through that thing. I had to go through this abusive relationship because I was meant to rebuild my confidence so I can help others up-level their confidence within themselves and their businesses right now. So I could be here right now sharing this with you guys, right? That's why I had to go through that. Dee. Doing this for my lack of self-love was seriously life-changing, and I do it often as well. Yes, because we forget. I forget to forgive myself too, and you know, my self-worth is really low, and I have to forgive that. I have to forgive that I didn't reach my goals at one time in the way that I felt, because that doesn't mean it's ever gonna, like, negative things they don't have to happen again. Just because they happen to you once does not mean they have to happen again, right? Janelle says, yes, this going through hell happens for a reason. Yeah, you are so right, because then I always think about it as there is a lesson that I need to learn, and who am I going to be able to gift with this lesson that I learned, right? Always think about negative things in a different light. You have the power to do that. You have the power. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But with your list, if you feel called to burn it, or, oh no, our meeting will end in 10 minutes. Stay with free. I don't know. I may have to, I don't know how to do this. Okay, let's see if I can upgrade. I'm going to press this and see what happens. Forgive me for anything. Maybe it will just work. I don't know. We might have to, oh my gosh. I'm going to have to, like, okay. You know what we're going to do? How are you guys doing? Would you guys be totally upset if I was like, hey, I'm going to start a new link right now? Would you guys be okay with that? Because I don't want to, like, start it. Okay. Yes, do that. Okay, cool. Because I didn't realize that I had to put my credit card information in there. No problem. I just didn't realize I had to do that. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for being patient. Be willing to be imperfect. Okay, so but really quick before I go, what I want to say about forgiveness is if you feel called to burn or shred or bury whatever it is that is on your list, do that. Do what feels best for you. But love yourself enough to forgive and choose yourself, right? So don't go anywhere, because we're going to go to step 3, which is a super, super awesome step. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this share, and you're going to see my face. Maybe. Do you see my face? Okay. So I'm going to stop recording, and then I'm going to start a new link, and I'm going to put that in the Facebook group and tag you guys. Okay. So Janelle, Dee, and Terry. Okay. So give me 2 seconds. You guys are awesome. I'm just going to move this out of the way. I'm going to copy all of this. So I'm going to copy our chat. And then I'm going to close this.